Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you are new here. My name is Asha She Wrote. We are doing an overdue meal prep video. First, I start off with my chicken. I know that this isn't everyone's favorite part, but it's a part of cooking meat. But yeah, so I take my chicken and I slice it up into little strips, kind of like this. So after I slice it up in some strips, I add some soy sauce and I like to have it marinated for just a little bit. This time I marinated for like 30 to an hour. I got some coffee, took a shower, did some things, and then I went back to it. I also added some minced garlic. And then I tried this new teriyaki sauce. I tried a little bit of it on a spoon before I put it in there because if it was nasty, it actually would pretty much ruin the dish because this is just basically the main ingredient is chicken teriyaki, or teriyaki rather. And so I tried it, I liked it, mixed it up with my chicken, put a lid on it, put it in the refrigerator, and went about my business. Once I did everything I needed to do that morning, I went back into the kitchen, or, it's a studio. So listen, I already know that it's not a separate area, but just let me be a little delulu. I went back into my kitchen and I started slicing up my veggies. I basically just got a trio mix of red pepper, yellow pepper, and orange pepper. And then I sliced them up into kind of looking like this, little strips, I guess, if you want to call it strips as well. Then onto my broccoli. I use fresh broccoli. I think that's just my preference, especially when doing teriyaki or just in general because I like the taste of fresh broccoli. So I chopped up my broccoli, put it in the bowl, set it aside. I did not really add any kind of salt to this mixture because soy sauce is already pretty salty. So I did some extra spicy seasoning by Dash, some black pepper, and once again I have the teriyaki sauce. I also had some onions that I had already chopped up. I think I made tacos or something the day before, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna add this to it too. Got my pan really hot, of course. If you're not new here, butter, okay? Listen, my meals, they got butter in it, okay? So I always butter the pan and then boom, add my chicken. I let it cook on one side for a bit, add my black pepper, add the extra spicy seasoning. You don't want to let the chicken cook too long by itself because later you will be adding the chicken back with the veggies. And then if you cook it too long by itself and then it cooks more with the veggies, it's going to be very dry and pretty overcooked. Using the same pan, I added some olive oil and then I added my bell peppers. I think here the order is pretty important because then you'll end up with overcooked vegetables. So for me, I started with the bell peppers because that's gonna take the longest to kind of get the texture that I wanted of the bell peppers. And then I added the onions. The onions, it doesn't really take long at all. And then the fresh broccoli, because the fresh broccoli, you still want that crunch. Had I added the fresh broccoli first and then the bell peppers, then my broccoli would not have that crunch that I like. So I go ahead and let my veggies cook, mix it around, add a little bit more of that extra spicy seasoning, add some teriyaki just to the vegetables alone. And after my veggies cooked for a little bit, I went ahead and added my chicken. I kept all the juices from the chicken and I put it in there with it because that's the flavor, honestly. So we over here trying to cook with flavor. After it cooks for maybe just a few more minutes, I add some more teriyaki. If you're ever concerned about, oh my God, is my chicken cooked? Just take a piece out, examine it, use a little knife or use your fingers because to me, apparently, I don't feel heat, and just check on it. I cut up some Honeycrisp apples, slice them up the way that you like it, and then I basically just got the Dole salad mixture and added a little bit to it, bacon bits, crushed red peppers, and shook it up. One thing that I don't recommend that I did here in this video is adding the apples into the same container. I usually always add the apples. If you've seen any of my previous meal prep videos, I usually add my fruit and my salad into the same container and it usually has no issue. But I noticed the second day when I got to this meal prep container with the apples kind of taste weird, and maybe it's because the chicken teriyaki was just, I don't know, so much flavor. I don't know. I have no idea how to describe it, but my apples taste weird. So I would definitely not put it in the same container. If you have a smaller container to put your apples in, do that. You'll notice that one section is empty and that is purposeful. I do not like old rice. Maybe second day rice, you know, if you're trying to make some fried rice or something, but that is not my intention here. So I left a section empty because the day of that I planned on eating it, I was just going to throw my rice in a rice cooker and put some fresh rice in that section. And so here you'll see how it turned out. I definitely enjoyed this. Of course, it's the fourth day. By the fourth day, I'm like, whatever, but this is just like a quick, easy thing. If you're like, I just want to just make one little meal prep thing. I don't want to get a little too crazy with it. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I will see you in my next video.